Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I am going to be making a Philly cheesesteak dip in honor of the Eagles going to this year's Super Bowl. We are very excited for them here in my household, and I'm also very excited to be diving into this dip. The ingredients I'm going to be using today are 1 red bell pepper that I've diced, 1 medium-ish onion that I've gone ahead and diced up, 8 ounces of cream cheese, 3 cloves of crushed garlic. We'll also need a half a cup of sour cream and a half a cup of milk, 1 ounce of Parmesan cheese, and 8 ounces of provolone cheese. And we're also going to need some thin shaved steak that I've gone ahead and diced up as well. Well, I'm also going to need 2 tablespoons of butter. And for our seasonings, I'm going to be using a pinch of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne. And the green onions are just there for the top garnish once this comes out of the oven. Alright, let's get moved over to the stove and we can start bringing our dip together. In an oven-proof iron skillet, I've gone ahead and melted down my butter, and I'm going to add in my red bell peppers, and the onions. And I want these to saute just until they start to soften up. It should take about 3 to 4 minutes on a medium-ish heat. I also at this time want to preheat my oven to 425 degrees. Once your onions and peppers are soft enough, go ahead and add in the steak. And this is going to cook for about 4 to 5 minutes or until our steak is completely cooked through. Once your steak is cooked, add in the 3 cloves of crushed garlic. After allowing the garlic to cook for a minute, the next thing to go in is going to be the cream cheese. And I want to make sure this melts completely into our meat and vegetables. Now that I have the cream cheese melted in, I'm going to add in my salt, cayenne pepper, and black pepper, as well as my half a cup of milk, and the half cup of sour cream. Once you have your sauce all nice and creamy, go ahead and turn off the heat. I've gone ahead and added in about 3/4 of that 1 ounce of Parmesan cheese that I had. And now I want to add in about 3/4 of my provolone. The rest of this is going to be going on top so it can brown up while it's in the oven. Now that I have the cheese all stirred in, I want to go ahead and smooth out the dip in my pan. That looks pretty good to me. Let me get rid of this. Now that I have the dip all assembled, the last thing I want to do before I put it into the oven is spread my provolone cheese that I had remaining, as well as the Parmesan cheese just across the top. Once you have all the cheese spread across the top, go ahead and pop it into a 425 degree oven where it's going to bake for about 15 minutes or until it gets all nice and bubbly and our cheese on top starts to brown up. Now that my Philly cheesesteak dip is out of the oven, I've gone ahead and garnished it with some sliced green onions. Though if you don't like onions, you could certainly put on some like fresh parsley or something, just enough to pretty it up a little bit on the top. All we've got left to do is dive in and try it. I'm going to be serving mine with some blue corn tortilla chips, which I absolutely love. And I've got some toasted baguette rounds there as well. So let's go ahead and dive in. It looks so good. It is so cheesy and yummy looking. This dip really has all the flavors that I look for in a good Philly cheesesteak. So if you are looking for something to make for the upcoming Super Bowl party, why don't you give this one a try? But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you all enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you tried this recipe out, let me know how it turned out for you. And as always, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.